Hey guys, it's Zach. I'm in Park City, Utah. We're on a little bit of a vacation. It's the most beautiful place ever. I know this is a ski resort, so usually people come here in the, you know, to come skiing. But man, you got to take a look at this place. You can really see much. But beautiful and green, not like the shithole desert that I live in. I hate living in Arizona. It's a fucking shithole. Anyway, so I wanted to make a video, so because we're traveling, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, what do you eat while you're traveling?" And it's like, I don't eat restaurant food. I don't go out to eat. I definitely don't like to. If there's a place that has like a steak or something, I'll eat there. But since we've been here, I haven't eaten out. We actually try to get a hotel room that has like a kitchen. I'm actually cooking some ribs right now in the hotel. Um, this is more of a suite though, so it's a nice place. But we went to Whole Foods and bought a bunch of meat, bought a bunch of steaks. Last night we had a steak, split one with the wife. Refrigerator's full of a bunch of yogurt and steak and eggs and stuff. This morning we made steak and eggs for the kids and some bacon. And that's really how you got to do it. I mean, unfortunately, restaurant food is just trash. It's terrible for you. There's very few places that don't use really shitty cooking oils and seed oils when you're going out to eat. So, this whole trip we haven't actually eaten anything out, which has been awesome. I feel great. The other thing that I noticed too is I usually get a little bit of altitude sickness. And previously we owned some property up by the Grand Canyon, and I used to never be able to sleep when I would go up there. So I had a terrible time with. Um, See if I can get this in the background so you guys can take a look at this. Um, I had a terrible time with altitude sickness. It's like I think it was like 6,500 where we were. Um, I'm up here now, and I haven't actually experienced anything altitude sickness wise. So I'm thinking carnivore might actually be just overall just great for anything that could possibly ail you. Um, but yeah, so like traveling, you just gotta cook your own stuff, take your own stuff. Even if it's like beef jerky or something like that, take it with you, and then when you get where you're at, try to make stuff. I used to travel with a one of those little mini Foreman grills. I'd stop by some place and pick up some burgers and stuff like that. I actually hate ground beef now. I don't eat ground beef at all. Um, I eat more pork than anything. Um, but and that I just think that's important when you're traveling is to not jump off your diet because it makes it that much harder when you get back to try to stick with it. Um, I want to talk about another thing too that keeps coming up is these Facebook groups that are carnivore. There's a lot of like really dogmatic stuff going on, and when I'm teaching you something about carnivore diet, I'm not, it's not dogmatic. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm teaching you the right way to do it. I actually don't give a shit what you do, right? If you know that plants aren't good for you and you know that we don't need them to survive and you want to keep eating them, more power to you. That's great. Sometimes I actually do. Sometimes, like, I eat pork sausages that have, whatever plant seeds or whatever crap they put in it, and it's fine. I'm not going to die. The point is education, okay? I post a video in some of these like Facebook groups, and these like, it's mostly like men between the ages of like 25 and 35. I've noticed there's just like this. It's just like beta male, like whatever, dude. It's like, so what? You don't agree with what somebody says. You don't like the way it's presented to you. Did you want me to change it so that it doesn't offend your delicate nature? I'm sorry, it's just information, right? If you don't like the information, you can just let it go in one ear and out the other, right? Nobody gives a shit. So when somebody posts a video and you're not teaching anybody anything, you're not trying to spread information, and you're not making a difference for anybody's life. I know for a fact that I make a difference in people's lives every single day. Okay? That's why I'm doing it. I don't get paid. There's no monetization. I have a few affiliate links that I've made like zero money on. I don't really give a shit. I'm not doing it for money, okay? I don't need the money. I'm not doing it for money. I'm doing it specifically to help you out. All right? I'm doing this, because I'm passionate about it and I think it's important. Um, Other than that, dude, it's like if you don't like something, you don't like the way it's presented, you don't like what, somebody's whatever they say, great. Fucking move on, okay? Your snide comments just make you look pathetic. Okay, you're not fooling anybody. You're not a master of anything. The only thing you can do is criticize because you can't do, right? So let's tuck in the beta male bullshit and the daddy issues, and let's just be nice. Because some of those carnivore groups on Facebook, you guys are just, to me, you seem like a bunch of fucking vegans. Okay. I get kicked out of a couple, you know, one, and Dr. Chafee's group. I don't know if he even knows what's going on, but man, if you if you know what's going on in your group, you wouldn't be affiliated with that group. Okay. There's a lot of like chastising people for whatever. Like, you have to meet people where they're at. Okay. If you want to educate somebody, show them how it's done. Tell them what they need to be doing. If you deviate from that, and that's 100% on you. I don't really care, and that's the way it should be. This is about education. This is about training. This is about knowing the truth. And you're not going to know the truth if you just you hear something and you don't believe it, so you automatically dismiss it. Okay? That's dogmatic. Dogma is not teaching you or training you on what's different and what needs to be done and sticking to it. Dogmatic is believing in one thing and not being able to be open to it. Okay? We've all believed that plants were good, right? So this is a change. This is different. This is moving us into a different direction. But I have a Facebook group. It's called Carnivore, Harder, Happier, Healthier. And we don't do the dogmatic like whatever. It's just education. I tell you how to do it. Other people share their experiences. We're not going to chastise you for something like this morning. Somebody posted something with some cheese in it, and it's like people got upset. And it's like, no, we don't. That's not what we're doing. We're here to teach. If you want to continue to eat whatever you want to eat, by all means, right? If you feel good and it's working for you, great. But if it's not and you need some guidance, that's what we're here for. I've been coaching people every single day with Rivero on how to make these changes, and I've never met a person that it didn't really work for. There's a lot of people that'll say, oh, carnivore didn't work for me, this and that. I think that they're lying. I think that most people don't have the willpower to make the change. And when they run into a speed bump, they say, oh, this doesn't work, right? There's always a reason why. If it's not working, there's something we could do to make it better, something that we could do to make it more efficient. And it's usually because they're still eating coffee or drinking coffee, or they're still, consuming this and consuming that, or alcohol, poor sleep patterns. If you sleep like shit, no diet's going to help you. If you got mental, emotional problems, no diet's going to help you. Okay? You can't go on a carnivore diet and expect all this stuff, all your problems with your wife, your job, bills, all this kind of stuff. Like, if that stuff's out of place, you're still going to have the same issues on carnivore. So I think that the mental, emotional aspect is huge, and it's a huge part that people miss out on every day. So that's super important. A carnivore diet's not going to fix you if you don't have, the stuff going on in your heart and in your mind. If you can get that right, it's not going to help, But again, at the end of the day, I'm just trying to help as many people as I can. I'm not doing it for money. If I post something to the group and you don't like it, fucking tough, right? Why don't you make a video and tell us about how you would do it, okay? Instead of criticizing other people, show us what you got. Because more than likely, you're not going to do it. Right? Either one, you don't have the time to do it, or you don't care to. So just let other people do what they want to do. If you want to make a comment about what works for you, so that other people can maybe adopt that, and maybe it'll work for them. That's teaching. That's training. But the dogma shit just got to go. I don't think that we should. Yes, I 100% believe that plants are bullshit. We're not supposed to be eating them. Humans are obligate carnivores. But fuck that, I'm not going to stop anybody from eating it, right? My hope is that you'll listen and you'll try to make some changes, right? Eating less plants is way better than continuing on the diet that you're on, right? So if I make a small impact and somebody chooses to eliminate this or that, or especially grains, right? Somebody makes a small difference because of something I said, and then it's worth it. So don't try to criticize what I'm doing and tell me I'm too dogmatic, because I'm definitely not. I'm the opposite of that. I'm just here to try to change and make people's lives better. This is I definitely am not going to tone down how I present something or what I say because of somebody's feelings. I absolutely don't give a shit about your feelings. Because at the end of the day, ideas are more important than feelings. They always will be. And anybody that coddles your feelings and makes you feel all warm and fuzzy and not, and doesn't get you where you want to be, at the end of the day, you're looking for results, right? So it may feel good to have somebody kiss your ass, but that doesn't particularly work most of the time. At least from my experience in life, and I've gone through a lot of different things. Been a lot of different places. Been in a lot of shitholes. I've been in a lot of tough scenarios, and usually the things that I don't want to hear are what helps me out the most. You know. But if you guys have any questions or anything, if you need any training, you can find me on Rivero's website. Been pretty busy with that lately. I'm just gonna try to enjoy my vacation here. It's beautiful. I love the mountains. Love the weather. But if you guys need anything, feel free to reach out. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.